Hi. Hi. Welcome to yoga. Welcome back to Liz's yoga class. I miss you all. And I know I wasn't here last week, unfortunately, but we're back. We're better than ever. You know, sometimes. I am outside today. It's more soothing. You can hear the birds chirping on this nice cloudy, might get rained on day, but that's fine. It's nice to see you all here. As long as Neil approves this, then you'll also see me. You know, there's always that chance that he won't approve it and you'll never see this and he'll only watch it and then he'll just send out an online thing and you guys will never know that I did this in my driveway. Also, I live next to a road, so if you can hear the road, I apologize. Sometimes people like to race motorcycles down it. I don't know why, and you'll probably hear an ambulance, but let's get started. We can come into a nice seated position, hands to heart center. Let's do some nice deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Every time we inhale, let's try to elongate our spine. Now we can drop our hands to our lap and let's drop our chins to our chest and bring our right ear to our right shoulder and rotate our necks all the way around 3 times at our own pace. And once we're done with that, we can bring our left ear to our left shoulder and rotate our necks 3 times in that direction. I can't stop. And now we're going to swing our legs around and go into a tabletop position. Our hands directly below our shoulders. We're going to do our cat-cows. So let's arch and push our shoulder blades up to the sky for cat.
And push them down to the ground.
And exhale and push our belly to the ground. Eyes up to the sky.
Side bite.
No. And exhale. Round your back into cat. And exhale. Back into cow. Let's come into a tabletop position and flex our feet and push our hips up to the sky for a nice downward facing dog. And let's drop our hips into upward facing dog. Eyes up at the sky. Continuing our deep breaths. And we can come back into a tabletop position. We're gonna inhale our left arm to the sky and exhale and place our left shoulder on the mat. And let's inhale, bring it back up and place it back on the mat. We can inhale our right arm to the sky.
Hard you're breathing currently.
I know, right? And exhale and shoot it through, placing our right shoulder on the ground. I'm breathing weirdly heavy.
You're really going for it.
Oh, I work out, bro.
I love getting. Hey, get the latest coronavirus update anytime I open any app, including Spotify, TikTok, and Instagram.
And let's inhale, reach our right arm up to the sky and place it back on the mat. Let us swing our legs around and we'll bring our left leg in, right leg out. And exhale and reach down, trying to reach your toes. Oh my god, I'm gonna get run over. Okay. And we can switch legs. Every time you exhale, try to deepen the stretch and try to bring your arms closer to your feet. You can hold them behind your foot if that's possible, or you can put your forehead to your knee. We can sit back up and place both legs out together and exhale and touch our toes. We can come back up. Let's place our left leg over our right arm over our left, and exhale and twist, looking over your left shoulder. We can inhale back to center and switch, placing our right leg over our left arm over our right leg. Exhale. And let's inhale back to center. And we can swing our legs around. And let's come into a plank position. And we can set our hips back, push our hips up to the sky in downward facing dog. And let's walk our hands back. So we're now in forward fold. We can inhale to halfway rise and exhale back down to forward fold. Every time you exhale, try to reach your hands further down, placing them on the ground if possible. Or if that's too easy, you can place your palms on the mat behind your feet. Let's inhale up, reach our arms towards the sky, into a nice streamline, and we can exhale and lean to the right side, which is opposite, because maybe it's not, I don't know how cameras work. And we can inhale back to center and exhale to the left side or whatever other side. And let's inhale back to center. We can bring our arms down. We're gonna do a nice tree pose real quick. So let's start with our left leg on our right leg, either our calf or our thigh, inner thigh. Wow. Hands to heart center. Nice deep breaths. We want to focus again on elongating our spine every time we breathe in, and continuing to keep our balance every time we breathe out. If you focus on one spot, it's easier, unless that spot moves. So don't focus on like a dog or a bird. That's what I just did, and then it flew away. And then let's switch our sides. So our left leg's down on the ground, right leg on our inner thigh or calf. And we can exhale and place both of our legs back on the mat. We can inhale our arms up and exhale, bring them down into a nice forward fold. Inhale to halfway rise and exhale back down into forward fold. Now let's walk our hands out. So we're in a nice plank position. And let's do a little push-up and bring ourselves into baby cobra. Or maybe it's regular cobra. I haven't figured it out yet, guys. I will, maybe. Maybe someone else can do that. Requires a lot of work. And let's flex our feet and push ourselves back up and push our hips to the sky so we're back into downward facing dog. We're trying to press our heels to the mat, and we're trying to press our chest as far through our shoulders as possible. On your next exhale, drop your hips point your feet, and we'll come into upward facing dog. We can flex our feet again and come up into tabletop position. And then we're gonna push our hips back up into downward facing dog. Just kidding, we're going back into downward. Let's inhale and bring our left legs to the sky. And exhale and shoot it through, landing it in between our arms. And we'll stay in this position. This is to open up our hips, give us more flexibility. And on your next exhale, we can plant our fingers back on the ground if they came, or our palms back on the ground if they came up. And we can shoot our leg back up, going back into downward facing dog and placing our left leg back on the ground. Now we can do it the same with the right, bringing it up to the sky, exhaling and shooting it through, placing it in between our hands, stretching our hips. And we can place our palms back on the ground and exhale and bring your leg back up, body back into downward facing dog, and leg back down on the mat. We can come back into tabletop, and let's do candlestick because we haven't in a while, because we haven't had the room. But now we have all the room because now we're all so far apart. See, I told you, yoga's fun. Yoga's fun. I probably told you that at one point. You know, I don't remember specifically, but candlestick, sitting. Wow, my explanations have gotten good, guys. And we can roll back up into a nice shoulder stand. You can place your hands on your back for support, or you can place them on the ground if you're comfortable. And if you're good enough with that, gently you can place your feet on the mat behind your head, giving yourself more of a back stretch. Or you can stay balanced in the air. And on your next exhale, you can come back up. Long. Oh, it's only been 13. And let's come and lay on our back into a bridge pose. So we can all do the easy bridge, lifting just our hips off the ground first. And to get a deeper shoulder stretch, let's hold our hands behind our backs. This opens up our chest, allows us for a better chest stretch. And we can exhale, releasing our hands, putting our backs on the ground. Let's bring our knees up, and we'll do some windshield wipers. So let's drop our knees all the way to the left side, and inhale up, and exhale, let's drop them all the way to the right side. And you can repeat this at your own breathing pace. And let's meet back in center. And we can swing ourselves up and swing our legs back around. We're gonna go into child's pose, which I'm pretty sure you all know. So tabletop, sit back on your knees, exhale, forehead to the ground. Every time you exhale, you're trying to inch your hands further away from your neck. You can spread your knees apart to lay closer to the ground, which also adds a hip stretch. And we can inhale and come back into a tabletop position. We're gonna go into pigeon's pose while we're here. So let's do our right leg first. Dropping underneath us, scooching our leg back, and exhaling and laying on top of our right leg. You wanna make sure you keep your hips parallel at the same level. If you put your right hip all the way on the ground, you're not getting the full stretch. And every time you exhale, try to inch yourself a little bit closer to the ground, even though it hurts a lot. And we can inhale and come back up and switch so our left leg's underneath us. And let's inhale and come back into a tabletop position. We can flex our feet and push our hips back into the sky, into a downward facing dog. And let's bend our arms and do a little push up into baby cobra or normal cobra. It depends who you talk to. Just saying, conspiracy theories. Anyway, let's push ourselves up into a plank position, and we can come back into the downward facing dog. And let's walk our hands back to our feet, and let's inhale all the way up, and exhale, bend into forward fold. Let's inhale to halfway rise, and exhale back down into forward fold. On your next exhale, let's walk our hands back down. So we're in plank, and then we can drop our hips into upward facing dog. You can try to touch your feet to your head. If anyone can do that, I'll be very impressed. It's very hard. I feel like you'd have to not have a spine or a pelvis or shoulder blades. Okay, maybe it's not possible, but you can still try. It's fun. Let's flex our feet and push our hips up one more time into one last downward facing dog. Really driving our heels to the ground and our chest through our arms. can come back into tabletop and we can swing our legs around. We'll do one more pose before the ending. Let's lay all the way on our back, and we're gonna put our right ankle on our left knee and grab our behind our left knee and pull it towards us. And on your next exhale, let's switch, placing our left heel on our right knee, grabbing behind our right knee, and pulling that towards us. Same thing every time you exhale, try to pull your leg just a little bit closer to your body and deepen the stretch. And on your next exhale, you can release your legs, dropping them to the mat. And you can close your eyes and place your arms, palms facing up. So we're in corpse pose. And just continue with those nice deep breaths. When you're ready, you can bring your knees to your chest and hug them with your arms swaying side to side until naturally you fall onto one side, using that arm as a pillow. And we can come back into a seated position, keeping our eyes closed, our hands to heart center. The light in me shines the light in all of you, who I can obviously see. Bring it forth and give it to everyone you shall see, which will just be your family because we're in quarantine. But namaste. Thank you for coming to my yoga class. It was great seeing all of you. This is a fun time. It was a good time. I hope the scenery is helping you. I hope you can see the birds because they were having a blast the whole time. But I'll see you when we're back. Whenever. Bye, guys.